I'm just gonna casually just skip that intro.
I I heard we skipped frames, didn't we?
I I genuinely don't know what's going on anymore. It's something different every week, and it's pissing me off now to the point where I'm just gonna leave it for tonight. And I don't know what it will. I don't know. Hello,
Hello.
hello, and welcome to the Voices from Behind podcast, the podcast where every week we talk about a film, and this week we're talking about another Hammer horror film. And
Yes.
and by golly, is this one just
I have a perfect analogy for this movie. I think you've already guessed it. I, I remember watching this back in the day and know the cheese. But now rewatching it, I think I understand something about this movie.
what is that?
This is The Witcher Hammer Movie Edition.
Mixed in with Blade
The Witcher. Just The Witcher.
and a bunch of Bloodborne outfits as well.
Just The Witcher. Think about it. Basically, you take one hunt and make it into a whole movie. You got it all.
Yeah. There's something there that you're onto something there. I think, but
I was rewatching it. And I was like, this is weird. Like I didn't plan for this. It's not because I'm currently playing The Witcher. This was a thing that just happened. What? It's a good movie though.
it's a good picture. It's a good picture. We'll get to it later on in the show. First, we're going to talk about what we did during the week, which personally I've not done much.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I got my guitar back finally, and I've been playing that a bunch. And I tried getting back into Hollow Knight, and the story and stuff and the aesthetics are nice, but the game feels so floaty that I just can't get myself to play it, and it just feels like a lot of times it just feels like it's underwater. I'm not sure if it's me, but I don't think it's me because I've watched gameplay and that's what it looks anyway. That's what it looks like. And I've also started doing Inktober, which is where you draw a thing to a prompt every day for every day of October. So that's all going to be going up on Instagram. And big news, big announcement. We are now on Amazon Music.
Yay!
We talked about
Yes.
we talked about it last week about how we might be on it when it launches, and literally just after we stopped streaming last week, I got an email saying that we've been approved for it. So you can find us there as well.
Oh, nice.
So pretty much
Well,
any platform where you can, find a
choose.
podcast, you can find us on there.
Right. So here's the fun fact. I
Yes.
actually watched like, several movies this week.
Oh,
Right. So I started off with rewatching the gaming cutscenes for Mafia 1 and Mafia 2.
oh. So the Mafia 1 cutscenes are so fucking cheesy, but I love them.
I mean, that's what I'm putting it. I mean, it's basically retelling of popular
Yeah.
movies. And I still like the second one more than the first game.
I should really play Mafia again. Although I don't really want to play that racing. I don't want to play that racing level. I really don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. After that, I rewatched it. I reminded myself of the movie. Then I went and rewatched Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And I fucking forgot how draggy that movie can get.
It's a Scorsese film. It's a mafia Scorsese film. It's gonna drag.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So after that, I was like, now I want to rewatch some of the other greats. Outside of the Godfather and Donnie Brasco, I need to remind myself of other ones. So I went to Google and, like a dumbass, typed gangster movies, like I'm currently doing.
Oh no! What did you find this time? What was it? Vampires from the Hood or something that you found last week?
Actually, that's a good movie. I'll get to that one.
Oh
No,
no!
see, you type this into Google and you get Solo, a Star Wars story. I'm like,
Yeah, it's classified as a gangster film.
bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah,
I mean, the domestics is also classified.
yeah. I've literally
a-
just done the same search as yourself, and the only movie out of all the ones that are there that might be considered a gangster film is Legend.
Well, also Once Upon a Time in America. Come on, that's a classic.
No,
That's
no,
an
I'm
actual.
talking about literally the first row that I'm getting here, which is
Mine
right.
is Legend, Solo, Gangster Squad, The Punisher, The Domestics,
Yeah,
Batman Begins, Once
Keanu.
Upon a Time in America, and The Informer,
Yeah,
which I've never
mine
watched.
is Legend, Solo, Gangster Squad, Punisher, Warzone, The Domestics, Batman Begins, Keanu, and The Informer.
Hmm.
Right, The Informer is a gangster film, sure. The Legend is, but all the other ones, they're not exactly gangster films. A lot of gangsters get killed in them. But
That's what makes it a gangster movie. Oh, at least I have Once Upon a Time in America. So I stood there baffled. I was like, okay, so Gangster Squad, I don't think I've watched, so I can't really say.
it's
So,
how can I put it? Boring?
no, fair enough. Oh, wait. I might have actually seen this. Yeah, this might actually classify as a gangster movie, so I'll let this one slide. But I saw Solo, I was like, what the fuck is... Also, on the extended one, I see the Predator 2.
Oh, oh no. Well,
Just
they
because a
were
movie has a gang does not make
Solo
it a gang.
was initially. They said they were initially developing it as a gangster film, which
I still haven't seen it, and I probably won't watch it at
like
all.
the
So
initial development for it was like a gangster heist film, and set in Star Wars with a bunch of comedy stuff in it. You know the guys that did Spider Verse and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs in the Lego film.
I've only seen
Excuse
two
me.
of them.
Yeah,
I've only seen...
they were doing this one, but apparently it got so goofy on set that they fired him on the spot, and they had to pretty much reshoot the entire film.
Shit. I mean, from what I've seen from Solo, which is a movie I refuse to see fully,
Oh, yeah,
it's a shit show.
that's what happened
It,
with Solo. Yeah, it's not pretty.
so after that, I was like, let's go into the top 20s of mafia movies, and I
Yeah,
saw some interesting ones. See, I remember one of the lists. Guess what the top three gangster movies of all time were?
go on.
No, just guess top three. Just give me
Godfather, Scarface, Goodfellas.
two out of three.
Oh, yeah.
It's Godfather 1, Goodfellas at second, and Godfather Part 2 as first. Now, personally, I've said it
Well,
before.
that works. That really
Yeah,
works.
and Scarface was like seventh.
Really?
No, there's plenty of better movies than Scarface out there. Trust
Yeah,
me,
but
there are actually. Shit like Gomorrah and stuff like that. Like those are underrated. Like Sergio Leone's Last Picture, the full fucking 3-hour one.
I also just realized with this new update of OBS, all the UI is running at 60 frames a second,
Yeah.
which is very
Uh,
nice to look at the updates. But the fact that my intro lagged upset me greatly, even though it says drop frames 0. So I'm guessing it was having issues just streaming the intro over, which is telling me that my internet might be shit right now. Because
right. So,
you know how last week
uh,
I said that I didn't have internet, so we had to like move it a day forward.
mhm.
It's been really bad, but no, it's absolutely fine now. It's running at full speed.
uh,
So
right. So, Sergio Leone's Last Picture. Basically it's a shit show. If you not watch the cut version, do not ever fucking watch the cut version.
Sergio
Once,
Leone
it's literally, I think it's Once Upon a Time in America. It's about the Jewish kids that grow up.
from
I think it was that.
1984. Yes.
I think so. It got the full release in like 2013. A
Okay.
3-hour one.
Jesus.
Because so originally he wanted to make two movies, but they made him do one movie. Two
Hmm.
3-hour movies, mind you.
Okay.
So he had to cram those two movies into one 3-hour movie. And then they recut it again up until from 240 minutes, they cut it down to 140. So it was a shit show. It was a complete shit show.
How does that? How much content do you cut out of a film?
A lot. A lot. See, this movie got its proper recognition once the extended cut came out and everybody saw the whole movie. Because I remember seeing the whole movie, the whole 250 minutes. And it was a good movie for the most part.
Right.
But I shudder to think what the 140 was. What the fuck were they thinking? By the way, I
It's
think
a
that
Sergio Leone film though. Those rely on like.
and I think this is his last movie, even.
Oh no.
Sorry, the runtime is 3 hours and 15 minutes. That's yeah. See, he never half-assed shit.
It's true. When he makes a film, he makes it like
Yeah,
as much as he can.
no,
Sorry, I'm sipping
yeah,
on my tea here.
yeah. This is his official last picture that he did.
Hmm.
So yeah, like, they almost tarnished his whole career with that one. It's a movie I strongly suggest watching because it's really up there with the greats. Honestly, it's better than Scarface in a lot of aspects. Way better. Tells a much better story. But then again, Scarface is a cultural thing.
Yeah, Scarface
Uh,
also set a milestone back in the day for
a lot of things
a
like
lot of
blood,
things. Yeah,
saying fuck.
hyper violence and a lot of swearing. Yes.
Yeah. And so after that, like I said, I watched the zombie, the zombies, the undead vampire zombies from the hood. That's a movie I suggest you watch.
Hold on. Let me. All right. Say it with me, kids. Undead zombie vampires from the hood. Very good.
Sorry, mutant vampire zombies from the hood.
Sorry, say it again, kids. Vampire zombies from the hood. Yay.
It's a low budget movie with some decent at times effects and above average acting with people who actually cared for the end product, so they made an actually enjoyable pick.
That is one of the worst posters I've ever seen in my life.
It is. I was expecting something oh, not Alien Beasts level, but the other one.
Uh,
Shit.
Manhunt 2020?
Yeah, Manhunt 20. I was
The
expecting Manhunt.
infamous Manhunt 2020.
Yeah, I was expecting Manhunt 2020 level better, but
Well, no,
going
the
into
guns these guys are holding don't look like toys. So
yeah,
that's already a step up from Manhunt.
yeah, so this movie actually surprised me because it was way better than I expected. I'm glad that it was a low bar, but still something. It was actually something. Then the acting was truly not that bad. I mean, there was some fucking horrendous jokes and shit in there, but I'll let it slide.
You expect that from
I
a low
knew,
budget
yeah,
film, though. It feels like they
I,
have to fill up time with something half the time. So
some shitty acting, some shitty dialogue, but let that slide. Listen, it's a low budget movie, really low budget. I can take that. Then the story wasn't really anything groundbreaking or too overtly stupid. I mean, put like this, it's like Left 4 Dead storyline.
no zombies everywhere. We gotta escape.
Yes,
Okay,
let's go with that one. It's kind of like that. Zombie vampires.
sorry,
Oh,
mutant zombie vampires
yes.
from the hood.
Mm-mm. That last part is just there for shits and giggles. But yeah, it was much better than I
No,
expected. I had fun.
I'll petition to add from the hood to every film now.
Yeah, it was, how should I put it, enjoyable,
Okay.
fun, and campy, and definitely did not feel like I lost brain cells like some of the movies I've watched.
All right. So it was just a fun, goofy film instead of it being
Yes.
like.
Yeah, I was expecting shit. I got something that was actually half decent. People genuinely care for the end product. Yay. I watched The Monster Squad again. Great fucking
The
movie.
Monster Squad is one of my all-time like favorite '80s.
Children's movies.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, there we go. Boys in the Hood from the Hood. Ha.
uh, I also watched Savage.
Savage.
I was expecting the 2011 version of it because it looks like a shit movie that I'll probably fucking have fun poking, but I got the 2008 with Blake Lively in it, which is
Savage.
try 2008, 2006, somewhere
Oh,
around those lines.
Savages. You mean?
Uh-huh. Sure, whatever. Because there is one that's called just Savage. That's the Savage or some shit like that.
It's got quite the Savage. The one with Blake Lively's got quite a few, quite a stacked cast there.
Yeah, it does have a stack cast. A shit fucking story though. It's about hippies selling pot and the
Oh
Mexican
no, not the hippie selling pot.
cartel. It also has such people as Benicio del Toro,
Yes.
fucking John Travolta, and Salma Hayek, who
Oh,
does not show
Salma.
her tits. Who does not show her tits.
She's
Yeah.
not. She's not in a
Fuck her.
cleavage thing at least once.
No,
I feel like, as bad as it sounds, I feel like she has a quota in some films to just show cleavage all the time, and that
pretty
is not
much.
nice.
Pretty much.
Let the lady act. She's a good actress.
She is. It's not a horrible movie by far.
Well, it's sitting at exactly 50% in Rotten Tomatoes. So it's some
It's
people. I
not.
guess some people liked it down the middle, and others just did not.
It's a shit story, but with decent acting and some decent ideas in it. But that's about
Yeah, it's
it.
got a great cast overall. So
Yeah. So the performances were there.
yeah.
They're all there. Like it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel boring. It just I don't know. Felt like nothing.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, sorry for yawning. I've been up since like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Um,
What else? I think I watched a couple of other stuff. Oh, I watched the new CV clip.
funnily enough, I keep meaning to sit down and properly watch his Heretic Pro through. And every time I sit down to watch it, it's late at night when I'm going to bed, and I usually watch his videos like as I'm going to sleep. But I want to finish watching this one, and I always get to around the 10-minute mark, and I'm dead because I'm so tired half the time.
Mm, I forgot how much bullshit the game can be because I do remember how the shit he talks about.
Yeah,
Those are not nice, and he's playing it on a difficulty you shouldn't play on it. So that's happened.
he said he's playing it on the highest difficulty because he gets more ammo,
No, trust me, the ammo isn't worth it.
isn't it?
It,
I,
it, it
I
really
remember back
isn't.
at university when we chilled at the library once, and you were playing Heretic the whole time.
Sure, but then again, I'm beating the game. I know exactly what the fuck was going on. I remember all the
I
secrets that I was
actually have never played it.
and I remember the expansion pack.
Oh,
Oof is see the expansion pack is sadism. Imagine that flesh consumed
okay.
the first 2 levels of it,
Yeah.
but you make it 50 times harder. And it's just not one level, all of them.
Oh. And like thy flesh consumed as hard as it is, like I don't even.
No. That flesh consumed is only hard in the first 2 levels, after that
Well, yeah,
becomes manageable.
that's what I'm trying to say. It's hard, but once you get the stuff you have, it becomes all right. Like I don't want to even think about how that feels like in Heretic, a game that actually has like vertical movement as well.
It's not nice.
No,
It's not nice.
and
Like,
actually, and now that I've looked at Heretic more like properly, I can see where a medieval got all of its inspiration from.
no, medieval is a lot of things. Some heretic, mostly Hexen, though, a lot more to it. It's more Unreal and Hexen than heretic, but that's me.
No, yeah.
Uh, Other than that, I mean, just said that I was reminded of the ossuary and the other one, which I forget, and I was like,
Oh, speaking of watching things, I found a YouTube channel that I will recommend to you and to everybody listening.
what are the odds of me actually knowing about it?
Oh,
Well,
you probably know about it. Oh, come on, Edge. Why have you signed me out of everything? There we go. I had to reset Edge and all of its settings, and now it's like, oh, you're not signed into this website. I'm like, shut up, I am.
which one? Which YouTube channel?
Life of Boris.
Oh, of course. Komrat get Artyom.
I
Artyom.
watched Boris get an Intel stick. Okay, he got an Intel computer stick, one of those shitty ones, and he connected it to his TV, and he proceeded to try and code Unity in it, and it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever watched.
See,
And major props to the
another
man.
another thing is this the man, the myth, the legend started a playthrough on Serious Sam 4,
Yes.
and he cancelled it. 2 levels in.
Oh no.
Oh, he has 2 levels up, and he said the third one cannot be beaten on 100% because the game soft locks him.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is bad.
See,
I'm on Twitter now, and I've been following like Civi venting about it, but he was saying that he enjoyed parts, but then it got not great, or was it the other way around? I forget.
the game is shit. The game is
Yeah.
genuine, complete shit. Like
I was
watch
watching somebody play it
Destiny.
on Steam and not on Steam on Twitch, and it was dropping
It's shit.
frames, and it didn't look great either
It's shit. And guess what? Almost all the secrets are platform based, at least the useful ones.
in a serious Sam game.
With that fucking physics engine. With
The,
that fucking
you mean
wonky
the physics engine that just doesn't work?
with that wonky movement.
Oh no 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 no!
I quoting Decino, the hardest secret of the game is here. I can die on it. That he recorded himself dying a couple of times. The jumps are wonky. This is the most difficult one. So what I like to do is stand on the ground, aim at here, just run forward. I hope I make the jump. And I'm sitting
Oh
there going,
no!
I, you know, doing tricky jumps in CS:GO to get advantage is one thing. Asking me
Yeah.
to asking me to do tricky jump, bullshit, simplistically looking jumps to get something measly, absolutely mediocre. It's just
Well, it's the
bad.
same. It's the yeah. I understand
He-
that from a Titanfall
it took
perspective because that's the same.
it, it took him at least 10 tries on the first level on his recorded run to get the secret.
Jesus.
10 tries.
Oh, speaking of 10 to speaking of many tries, I told you I played Blood on Extra Crispy again, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm working on making a video of me playing the second episode. Like I've recorded all the gameplay, so I'm just gonna do commentary over it.
Right. So afterwards, what happened was I watched Mandalor's new video came out. I
Yes.
didn't think that people were still making RTSs for fucking the consoles.
Yep.
That shit always looked wonky to me. But fair enough. The game, I had fun watching it. I was like, this is interesting. And it reminded me a lot of Battle of Middle-earth games. At
Yeah.
least the first one. I actually prefer the first one to the others. Way better balanced. It's kind of sad. I was like, oh, it's too bad. Probably never get to play this game on PC, see how it is. Yeah. Other than that, I tried watching a TV series called Utopia. Stopped it at like the fourth episode. I was just so fucking bored out of my mind.
Utopia. Which one is that?
It's just a fucking comic book that's a sequel to something that was told that was never released that tells them the future and how an evil corporation and shit. I fucking lost the
A
plot
group
at
of
like at
people
some
who
point.
meet
It,
online
it
have a manuscript that supposedly predicts the disasters of the previous century. This makes them the target of a clandestine organization. Production location: Liverpool.
it's not great. Just go with that one.
It's made in the city that you live in. So
That's a coincidence. What else?
did you like the
Uh,
meme I sent you about Cyberpunk 2077?
I mean, listen. Here's the thing. I don't know why the fuck do people not expect crunching to happen, especially when the release comes.
It's not even
That's
about
normal.
crunching. They've removed a bunch of promised. It's not even about the crunch. It's more about them just straight up removing mechanics that made the game interesting.
Yeah, that's also kind of annoying.
It's
But to
like
be fair,
you'll have one of the most in-depth character creators ever. All the cutscenes are in first person. Oh,
oh, no one gives a shit about that. Let's be
you have
fair.
all these new mechanics for like a Cyberpunk game. Yeah, they're all removed.
Uh,
The game gets
well,
delayed multiple times. Yeah, we're crunching this whole time.
I honestly I expected the crunch. Expected
Yeah,
the crunch to be
I expected crunch as well, but they were
happening.
actively promising that they wouldn't do crunch.
Oh, that's bullshit. Anybody should know that this is bullshit. Crunch is always gonna happen.
Hmm.
It's not a necessity. It's part of the course, especially
At
when
this
it
point,
comes
it's somehow part of the
to
system. Yeah.
it's not just that. Especially when it comes to the point where it's close to release date. Crunch is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it or not, it's gonna happen. If you think it's not gonna happen, you're in for a bad fucking day in the because you're not for this you're not for this industry. Like it's not just see. Let me put it like this: if id Software had to crunch several months to get Quake 1 out, who the fuck do you think you are? Not crunching. What do you think of yourself as the gift of God for not crunching? Fuck off. But no, I
Fuck
do get it.
off.
Crunching is a bad thing. It is really a bad
It
thing.
really shouldn't be a thing.
But it is, and it's always
Yeah.
going to be. You can't stop it. It's just how
Unfortunately.
things are. You need to accept it, brace yourself, and mentally prepare for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Fucking John Carmack was the person leading the goddamn crunch on Quake 1. He was the one leading the crunch.
Yeah, and ever since then, he
The
was like, "Yeah, we're not doing crunch anymore. The game's done when it's done."
Yeah, the last time I heard the game's done when it's done, the last time I heard those words, well, the game didn't go out well. 20 fucking years later. So yeah, fucking get to it. But, that's fair. I do understand. People are pissed at the crunch. Fair.
Can't blame
It
him
is
for
true
that.
that
Yeah.
it has driven a lot of people out of the industry. But you put people put in between the hard rock and the hammer and the hard rock at this point, because on one side you're gonna get the Duke Nukem Forever situation where nothing ever gets done. On the other hand, you're gonna get to release the trash product and people will be overburnt, and maybe they'll fix it later. Like, there is no middle ground.
No.
There is no. I'm playing Witcher. I just killed Imref. That's why it took me such time. One of the more interesting boss fights. I'm over leveled. I finished every fucking treasure quest, every side quest I could get my hands on.
It's the only way to
All
play
the
that game.
I finished all of the races, all of the fights. By the way, beat the living shit out of the rock throw without getting hit once, which is kind of funny. Because normally that's not possible. Because you do no damage to him, but sure. In normal, in normal. But I was
Sorry,
sitting there thinking,
I'm just. Kito Dartudorov posted. He posts quotes. And one of my favorite quotes is, "Life is like a game of chess. I don't know how to play chess."
uh, uh, so so I was doing that shit and fucking hit me. God, I'm so fucking overpowered. The game just poses no challenge to me anymore. Like, I finished the Twist quest before I was supposed to finish it. So when the time was when I had to finish it, it was marked as complete. I was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Then I did the Yennefer quest and I basically told her to go fuck herself. I'll be honest, I felt like a complete asshole when that happened.
Well, yeah.
That was that
It's
badly with me.
that's basically because the game is well written. So there's it
Listen,
when the
listen,
dialogue's good.
it's not that. It's bad because you break the gin spell. She's like, I don't feel any different to you. I was like, yeah, I don't love you anymore. I'm like, oh, that's cold.
You're like,
Oh,
oh no, what have I said? What have I done?
I was like, I'd handle this differently. Probably not like this because the fucking
Not
look
as
she gives me.
forward. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it felt bad. Then I went to Cameron, and then that whole fucking shtick played out with her and Triss and everything. I was like, that's
Whoops.
funny.
Yeah.
That's actually funny, especially when you meet with Triss again after Novigrata, and she's like, and then yeah, it's like, oh, you need to make up for lost time. And she's like, okay. She's like, and you to talk about. I think she took it okay. She's like, or at least she wants to think like this. And you're just about to kiss. She's like, and like, oh wow,
Oh no.
no.
Oh no. I have to leave.
Yeah, Vesemir stuff really fucking hit hard.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Fucking
He's a
unity.
cool dude as well.
Esco and Lambert. God, I fucking love these two. Especially Esco. Esco.
They're in the show.
Mhm. Of course, they're fucking mandatory.
Yeah.
Lambert gets with Kira. Kira. Let's go with Kira. And Esco's a fucking. He's an absolute lad. He's an absolute lad.
He's a good unit.
He's not just an absolute unit. He's an absolute lad unit.
He's the best boy.
Yeah, especially when he faces the fucking mage. He almost is able to beat him until the guy starts using sorcery. Like, god damn it, he deserves better than this. And the fucking hatred he has. Holy shit, the guy just. You can see that he's just dying for the finding these bastards and killing them slowly.
Yeah.
Also, I got drunk with them. And I played the whole fucking scene out, including going into the mega schools to try to get the elf sorceress and her friends in, which didn't work out because everybody was so fucking piss drunk.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Witcher games. There's literal quests where you get drunk and you have to play the quest drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good.
I
It's a nice refresher compared to other.
Although there was a stupid quest like the fucking narcoleptic dwarf. Holy shit, the escort quests, I fucking hate them. God damn it, those are annoying.
Yeah, but that's
I,
escort quests in general, though. So it's not
no,
like.
this one is worse because he falls asleep and you need to wake him up a couple of times and go to the fucking cabin. It's just so fucking pointless. It's just pointless. And reunited with City,
Hmm.
heartwarming, especially everything. That was great. What else? I killed the Kronos, two of them, 'cause the third one I need to kill later.
That's
Bitch is gonna
that's
get.
that's like at the start of the third act, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get back. I'm gonna go and do the fucking DLCs.
They're long as well.
Eh. Just that's what I was about to say. Eh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there's plenty of stuff to do, so you don't need to worry about it too much.
it's only one extra hunt that needs to be completed, which kinda sucks because I've completed all of them. Oh yeah, that didn't feel good. Finished all of the Master Carter quests because, of course, although I've missed one fucking diagram, so now I have to run around Novigrad, Velen, trying to find what the fuck the last piece of information to get the goddamn Griffin boats upgraded ones are, so I can go and craft them, so I can continue over the tiers, so I can get to the Mastercraft ones. What?
Yeah,
That just
it's a bit of trying to think of a way to describe it.
it's a slog,
It's a slog. Yeah, slog I think is the best word to.
but they're so fucking overpowered. They're so fucking
Yeah.
strong. Holy shit! I was critting the. So ideally on Imra, if you'd be dealing 100 to 200 damage, I was critting him for 700.
It's like you playing sacred.
Pretty much. It was, but the fire itself, I love it. It was a little bit more challenging than any fight up until now. I
Yeah.
respect that. It wasn't really that different because in the end it's just dodge, 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 but don't dodge once. Dodge 3 times in a row, then just take 3 hits and run the fuck back and get back to
Yep.
dodging.
Yep.
Yay! It's not difficult.
Sounds like a Dark Souls fight.
Pretty much. Made Ceres queen because of course I did.
No.
Honestly, who didn't make Ceres queen? She's the most obvious one.
I don't know. That's The Witcher for you. There's so many possible like solutions you can have. But I still haven't touched it even. I'll need to
Yeah, but
like.
here's the thing. Besides the obvious options of love interest and shit, what's the point? I mean, the game kind of veers you into showing you which one's the right one. It doesn't show you which is.
Wait,
Uh,
does Witcher 3 not have the whole neutral positive and negative parts?
it does. It does, but here's the thing. So, for example, like I said, you could choose Ceres's brother, Hyambla. Fuck, just call him Hyam for now,
His
because
name
I
is
fucking
Ham.
forgot.
That's his name
Yeah,
officially.
let's go with
Let's
Ham.
call him Ham. And his sister Cheese.
Sure. And having Ham being the king after you do his quest of him being stupid and just putting people to their deaths, and Ceres trying to help and do her best even though she doesn't know what exactly she's doing. But at least she's smart enough to know that she doesn't really know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Also, surprisingly, I was able to get the better fight in that game, which I didn't have to fight him,
Hmm.
because there is two ways to tackle it. One is fighting the him, which is an annoying fight, because on top of you fighting the him, you have to cast Axie on the Yarrow, because
Okay.
he goes berserk and shit. That's the whole
See, every
point.
time I hear Jarl, all I can think about is that Skyrim poop video with Jarl Balgruuf doing a dance.
And that's fine by me. And I somehow got to the better fight, which was a no fight. Sorry, it was 2 gods, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Like
Yeah,
that's all I'm
indeed.
fighting, just the guards.
Yeah, that was easy. And that's it. I mean, it's just it was less challenging, but I guess it made more sense.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I trusted Ceres in the end.
And completely understandable. Right. Is there
Oh,
anything else you've done?
yeah, I played a bunch of CS:GO, but that's about it. Been memeing the.
CS:GO.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna download the Resident Evil 7 DLCs and
Oh, I saw the trailer for the next Netflix show for the Resident Evil.
for the wait for which one because there's two coming out.
Uh Infinite Darkness, or
The CGI one.
I'm gonna call it Edgelord Galore.
Yeah, that was part of the news actually. Believe it or not.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, I was thinking that the game was there was gonna be a game until I saw Netflix in the end. I was like,
Yeah, it's
fuck.
just I don't even know when it's supposed to take place considering it's
It,
not modern Leon. It's the RE4 to RE6 Leon. And
I
it's
think
is it after
I think
Revelations 2 or like when does it take place?
I think it's after RE4.
Well, no, it is after RE4 because Claire's dressed like she is in Revelations 2.
Exactly. I think it's after RE4 when he gets back and becomes the before RE6, before he becomes while he is the official bodyguard of the president while the president is still alive.
Fucking stupid ass stories in Resident Evil, man.
Yeah, I wasn't particularly thrilled about that.
We'll see how it goes. We'll follow it, but yeah, we're getting that, and they're making a live action one about the Wesker kids, about Wesker's children moving to Raccoon City. It's gonna be a live action one
God damn it.
or something along those lines. I really don't want to. Well, speaking of Resident Evil, Tokyo Game Show happened, and they showed a bunch more about RE8, and they showed Ethan, and
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of major speculations that he might just be a Wesker clone,
Okay.
which I don't understand why, considering he's infected by a different
Ooh.
virus. And
I'm sorry. Here is a bit of news for you.
yes,
I just got accepted in the Proteus beta test.
Proteus.
Oh yeah, Proteus.
Which one was Proteus?
It's that one.
Proteus game.
I forgot to check because it should.
Oh, the one that looks like Doom 2016 but pixelated.
Mm-hmm. Let's go with that
Okay,
one. Just got accepted into the beta.
nice. So I'm expecting a weekly update on Proteus then.
Eh, we'll see how it is. I mean, it's 800 megabytes for game, so that means 2 levels.
So it's probably one
Still
or two levels, yeah.
fine with that. See
Hey,
how it is.
it's a videos game, and you're getting it for free, so it's not like.
I'm getting into the beta free. I'll still pay money when it comes out.
Well, yeah, but
Obviously.
it's still the beta though. You're getting access to it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Um. Right. Yeah. Tokyo Game Show happened. Not exciting at all. the yeah, RE8 got shown off. They showed a new Monster Hunter, which is going to be on the Switch. A bunch of anime stuff that I don't care about. However,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter so far has never been broken. Like the web,
Bullshit.
not broken as bad as it got broken a couple of days ago. Do you know why Twitter broke?
Why?
Just do you have any clue, or do you want me to just tell you straight up?
Sure, tell me.
Minecraft Steve got announced for Smash,
Alright, that part I remember.
and everybody lost their fucking minds, and Twitter was like unreachable for a period of time. So you're getting people freaking out and like genuinely screaming at the void about Minecraft Steve and how he shouldn't be in Smash. And all I can say about that is hoes mad. And it once again proves that the Smash community, or a
Mm-hmm.
big chunk of the Smash community, are just a big bunch of babies.
Oh, I mean, the same Smash community, never mind. Well, let's not open that can of worms.
The same Smash community that is literally like And Smash is dead. They're not putting in the character I want. They're just putting in a character that's going to be more accessible to people and is going to get more people playing the game. Ew. Just fucking play the game, man. Shut the fuck up and just play the game. It's not difficult. Who cares if it's Minecraft Steve? Also, it's Minecraft Steve, but he actually. I love the fact that they've animated him like he animates him. It's not like a stupid source filmmaker version of Minecraft Steve. He literally walks and moves like he does in Minecraft, which looks goofy as fuck compared to other characters and the other very well animated characters in Smash. So Ho's mad, and they're stupid for moaning that Minecraft Steve is in Smash. Big deal. You're gonna play the game anyway. It's like you bitch and moan every time somebody comes out and you don't like it. So shut up. I really can't remember the last time that the Smash community was happy about like a character showing up in the game. Same as when
Probably.
it's because like oh Waluigi's still not in the game. Oh big fucking deal. Just play Smash. Christ. Bunch of fucking spoiled ass babies. Uh, Borat is getting a sequel.
Sure.
It got a trailer. And
Yeah.
I personally never really liked the first Borat.
Neither did I.
I just found it a little obnoxious and just silly. So we're getting a sequel straight to Prime Video in 3 weeks. October. It's on October 23rd. It comes out. God, it's fucking October. Oh, it's October. I just realized. That's not depressing at all. It's been the fucking weirdest year. So did you see the trailer for The Midnight Sky?
No. What the fuck is that?
It's a trailer. Is there a trailer, or is it just a, or has it just been? Oh no, it's just images. It's about George Clooney living in the apocalypse.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's basically about a bunch of astronauts coming back to Earth after a mission, and he's the only one left, and he's like trying to warn them not to come back because it's the apocalypse is come and gone. So, so far we've had a couple images. It doesn't look terrible. It's set in the Antarctic, and you're gonna get George Clooney acting. So, you know.
Oh, you
Unless,
mean he might be actually acting? Excuse.
sick. The sickest burns. Yeah, probably. I'm hoping it does. Also, you know how the Amazing Spider-Man was a thing,
Mm-hmm.
and how Jamie Foxx played Electro.
Yes.
He's coming back as Electro in the next MCU Spider-Man film.
Fair enough.
Why though?
I mean, you like this shit. I didn't.
I liked it when it came out, but then I watched it again and I was like, why did I like this? Uh, I I don't know what they're doing anymore with these films, honestly. Borat. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're getting a film called The Witches or The Witches, and it's Robert Zemeckis,
Okay.
and it's a Roald Dahl adaptation, and it stars Anne Hathaway.
Fair enough. Doesn't sound that bad.
Yes, it's Robert Zemeckis as well. So, and you got Guillermo del Toro as a co-writer of the film, with Anne Hathaway, Octavia Spencer, and Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci. Got me
Yes,
interested.
yes, I will send you the trailer. It's just Anne Hathaway yucking it up, covered in makeup, and honestly, it looks good. Lots of color, lots of weirdness, and the fact that it's Zemeckis and Del Toro together. And it's based on Roald Dahl. And I'm just looking at the trailer now, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. I'm surprised Zemeckis is still making films. I thought he retired. Because last film you made wasn't was the last film you made like fucking Polar Express?
Maybe. Wait, was that a different one? Pretty sure it was a different person who did that.
No, it wasn't Zemeckis.
Huh.
Let's Google Zemeckis real quick and see what he's made last. And there's a CGI cat in this. I've just noticed. Oh, that's Stanley Tucci. Okay, I didn't even know. Didn't even realize it was him. He's a weird butler man. Now there's CGI mice. There's a bunch of kids. They're mice. CGI. Yeah, I'll watch this. I would definitely watch this. It looks like a fun time. Okay, let's. Robert Zemeckis. Where's his IMDb? Let's open this man's IMDb and go to his director credits. He directed Beowulf. Oh no.
Beowulf wasn't that bad actually. It's kind of faithful. Which Beowulf though?
The CGI one.
That's better than the actual one.
There's an actual one?
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
Have we? I don't remember.
The live action one.
Oh yeah. Oh, Flight 2012. He directed that as well with Denzel. So
I don't remember this movie though.
And he's in pre-production for the Pinocchio film.
Oh, nice.
So he's directing that, so that's good. Anyway, I believe that is all the news that we have, unless you have something that I've missed.
I think so. No, I don't think so.
Right then. In that case, last week
I gave you a movie.
You said, I'm going to give you a film that is very cheesy.
Yes, it is cheesy.
What you didn't tell me is basically that some director, some crazy mad lad went and said, right, I want Charlton Heston mixed with a gothic nightmare, mixed with a vampire film, mixed with a spy film, mixed with a superhero film.
I guess I didn't.
And this is exactly what Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter is. Right. This is a film that when I was a kid, if I had seen this film when I was younger, like a lot younger, I would have obviously been very scared of the scary parts. But the hype around the film would have made me watch it more, and by the end of it, I would have been like swashbuckling in my underwear on the couch.
Fair enough.
Because this movie, I literally feel like it has one really bad part.
The ending?
Not even the ending, no. The bit where he fights the dudes at the grave.
Oh.
Because that's just a terrible scene. But it takes place in a village where a vampire is taking the youth from girls. And only girls. And it's your typical Hammer setup where it's a village, and the movie opens up with the monster, and then we're introduced to the hero, and yada 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 yada. However, what this one does is this one actually makes it a pretty decent murder mystery as well.
Yeah, for the most part.
Because it's Captain Kronos and his buddy trying to figure out what's going on. Captain Kronos, the fucking weeb, trying to figure out what's going on while they're hunting this vampire. Yes, because Kronos has a rapier,
a katana,
and a katana as well.
I think the katana is more important.
Why though? That is never explained.
Well, because reasons.
It is never explained why he has a fucking katana and why he's so good with it. Because he can do the anime sword slash where he takes it out and puts it back in, and then everybody in the room dies because he does it at one point.
Let's be fair, this will probably be the first one we've ever seen in our lives.
Well, yeah, but this movie is fucking incredible. And there are so many good. It's very modern again in the way it approaches filmmaking, minus like the awkward '60s zooms. But or is it '70s? When did this come out? I think it's '70. Is it '72 or '74? Captain
Maybe
Kronos Vampire Hunter. 74. So yeah, Captain Kronos frees. Her name is literally whore. That is what she's credited as for this film. And he frees this one girl on the way to this village to find out what's going on. And she joins them on their quest. And obviously they fuck a lot. And there's
like I said, Witcher style.
Yes, but the best part about it, the best part about it, she's like, oh, what's the line? She says something like, would you like me to come with you? And he's like, oh, you can come with me anytime, or something like that. And they're like staring at each other lustfully. And she goes in for the first time to do the deed with him. And his assistant is outside with the doctor. And they're both like, I guess the doctor shows up and he's like, I play chess. No, not the doctor. The assistant goes, I play chess. And the doctor says, oh, I keep a really good bottle of brandy for rainy days. And they look up to the sky. It's a clear day. And the guy goes, oh, it's pouring, I see.
It is.
And it's
glorious.
It is. Yes, it's a murder mystery mixed with a Western, mixed with a vampire film, mixed with James Bond, mixed with a superhero film. And all of it somehow works. Because like there's also this snooty family, and you think, are they the villains or are they the this or that? There's the village trying to conspire against Kronos, because it's like they don't like him because he's some sort of pansy ass looking, fancy man. And there's the whole this snooty family. Their father's dead. He's been dead for 7 years, and the mother is an old haggard woman. And they never show her. They only show her in like silhouette, and you can see that her face is like all, wrinkly and shit. Also, I love the guy that plays the son, Shane Bryant, the guy that plays Paul in this film, because he is the slimiest, fucking snot-nosed, powdered-nosed prick, and I love him for it because the whole film, because obviously this isn't visual, I'm gonna try and describe him with just this one sound. It is. Just the nose is upturned. He's just that's him, and he's fucking perfect. But so basically, Kronos shows up in the village, and him and the doctor, his army friend, Dr. Marcus, and his assistant. It is gross, isn't it?
Let's call him Quasimodo.
Yeah, he's a hunchback man who also has a pretty cool scene because they offend him. A bunch of guys in a bar offend him, and Kronos does the anime slice on him, and they all die. And then the next scene is him just sulking on a table, going, "Am I really that ugly? What did I do to deserve this?" I actually felt kind of bad for him. Like the dude's done nothing wrong, and they're just making fun of him. But obviously that gets brushed to the side. But there's a lot of cool character stuff in this film. I'll get to that, but yeah. So Kronos and Gross show up in the village, and Dr. Marcus is like, "Yeah, this is happening and this is happening," and they start, like you said, they start doing the Witcher hunt.
What? You know how much Witcher this is? He goes and makes a silver fucking sword, then uses a fucking whetstone to sharpen it.
No, it's a steel sword he makes.
He uses the cross, but technically,
it looks exactly like the silver sword from The Witcher, though.
I mean, if the guy that actually made The Witcher says that he used this as an inspiration, I'd believe him.
Yep.
Although the chances are low.
Hell, if they said that they used Bloodborne, if they said that the outfits from Bloodborne are inspiration, there's literally a scene with Dr. Marcus and and Brian talking to each other, and they look like fucking Bloodborne characters. They're still next to a carriage. It's like, ah, the old blood. I was like, haha, there it is. But yeah, so this vampire is going about town killing all these girls, like sucking the life away from them with a kiss. He goes,
Kiss from a rose.
yes. And they start doing the like the fucking vampire traps where they're like, oh, we need to find out who the vampire is, and we know the vampire goes through here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these dead frogs and shove them in boxes and bury the boxes. So if a vampire passes through here, the frog will come to life. And again, it's all like old timey shit, and none of it is far fetched or none of it is like nonsensical, drab stuff that you would expect in a film like this. It's all very well explained. It's all very well presented. And I'm not going to spoil the ending of this film. I'm not going to say who the vampire is.
But it finishes in Witch's Tower. He just rides off on a horse,
Yes.
telling to doing
Tells the
the
girl
Brady
to do the to like remember him, and she says, "I will remember you too." And he rides off. Yeah, but
into the sunset.
I'm not going to spoil who the vampire is because it's actually a pretty decent twist. Because you expect this person to be that, but it's not them, or maybe it's this person, but it's not. Do you know who I thought it was at first?
Oh,
You know at the start of the film when it's just a random family in the village and it's the girl's birthday,
yes.
and you see the brother with the crutches going, "Yes, sister, it's your birthday." I thought it was going to be him at first because we never see him until like later on when he gets killed by the vampire. So I'm like, maybe it is the brother because it's the typical, old timey movie setup, but it wasn't. Also, the movie's shot great, which is expected from a Hammer film.
So here's the thing. I just finished the second level of Proteus.
Oh God, that was quick.
So there are some things I don't like about the game, but they can be easily managed because those are graphical things.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just this one level, the one that the Stevie played.
Okay,
But you can replay it as many times as you want.
that's good.
And surprisingly, I only found one secret because I didn't really spend much time on
Does it run alright?
finding. Oh yeah, it does. It does. For the most part, there's some glitches here and there, but
Well, it's not even early access yet, so.
no, technically it is. This is just what's the word for it? A select one.
Okay. But yeah, there's a really cool scene at one point when it's literally just a scene from a western, like
Oh yeah, you can also get there is also an level editor, so knock
Okay.
yourself out.
so-
Action's slick, fast. Guns feel responsible. Sorry, no, responsive.
Responsive.
Yeah, responsive.
yeah.
Maybe they do a little bit less damage than I expect. I guess I didn't find the fucking double shotgun because it should be one, but I was able to get a railgun before the fucking rocket launcher. So, sorry, it's a railgun and a fucking electric gun from Quake.
Huh. Okay. But yeah, so there's a scene in this bar where these thugs get paid off to kill Kronos, and that's when he does the anime slice.
Oh yeah.
But it's a scene straight out of a western because there's just a bunch of weird characters and there's just a random blind girl sat in a corner just like drink. I realize now why there's a blind girl in the corner.
Wait a minute. The Witches is a remake.
Is it?
Yeah, this is a remake.
Huh.
Except it has whatever.
But yeah, there's the bit in the bar where the kills the guys, but it's like, you know what? I just realized why there's a blind girl in the background that does nothing.
Why?
It's to show that she couldn't get killed by the vampire because the vampire needs to be able to hypnotize her.
Huh. Well, competent people did competent things. Imagine that.
Yeah, because the vampire in this film is not your typical vampire, which I also liked, because they went through and explained that there's more than one vampire type, and they all get killed differently, and there's a lot of cool like lore shit.
Sorry. Just like The Witcher.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
And
telling you, was literally not planned by me. I remember watching this back in the day, and I was sitting there going like, "This is a fun movie." I was like, "So
It's a very fun movie. I recommend it. It's only an hour and a half again. Typical Hammer stuff. It starts pretty well. The midpoint is really good. Like the whole midsection where the killings happen more often and they're doing the investigation is great. One of the best shots in the film. Also, it's all on YouTube as well. You can watch it there. One of the best shots in the film was when the vampire breaks into the house. You know, like near the end where it's in the middle of the night, and just the door pops open with the lightning in the background, and he's just there, and it's so good. And then when Kronos shows up at the house and all the lighting's changed because there's blood all over the lamp, it's great. But there's a point where they are, doing the investigation, and Marcus, the doctor, he gets infected by the vampire. We still don't know who the vampire is, and we still keep getting put in directions and stuff, but we get a very somber scene where he realizes that he is a vampire. And he runs up to Kronos and he's like, Kronos, I'm a vampire. So he gets knocked out and they try to figure out a way to kill him. And they try all the usual stuff to see how he's going to, how to kill him. And they end up killing him by accident with, the steel cross he was wearing. And that sparks the idea to make the weapon for the end of the film. Also, did you know that the guy playing Kronos isn't using his own voice?
no, I shouldn't look into that."
Somebody else voices him. He's dubbed
Makes
over
sense.
by a different dude. And also,
Makes sense.
he's not the most typical hero for this kind of film. Because he's not a bad looking dude, but he's also always shirtless. But he's not he's just kind of skinny. He's a bit of a skinny boy.
So, just like Geralt,
No, Geralt's a buff boy.
not that buff.
Yeah, but he's still jacked. He's not like anemic.
No, really, he's more skinny than. Sorry, he's an endomorph rather than exomorph, I guess.
This dude is
figure
like
out-
always shirtless. He's got his pants hoisted up all the way up to his chest. And he's just fucking this girl. And then we get his tragic backstory that he went to the war. It's never explained which war, but he went to the war. He came back from the war to see that his mother and sister were turned into vampires. He has to kill them, and he survived like a vampire bite, which is also a pretty good bit because it's only like a minute long, and it's him not. They're not showing a flashback. It's just him having a monologue, talking to the girl, and he's like, they got to survive and to drive stakes through their hearts. And it was good, man. It was honestly, this movie's a very fun time. And then they make the sword and they go confront the vampire, who at first they think is one person, but for them, but it turns out to be somebody else. But again, there's a couple of bits here and there that allude to who the vampire is, but it's never 100% clear. And it's very much appreciated. It was actually incredibly refreshing to watch this and be like, oh, so that's why they had the book for necromancy. There's a lot of pretty good foreshadowing and great writing. The movie is very well written. There's not a lot of empty dialogue and not a lot of just random shit. It's all one-liners. Horrible music. The music in this film is just, for a Hammer film, the music is terrible. And one of the worst sword fights I've ever watched, which is when Kronos fights a bunch of dudes at the graveyard. Because the last sword fight is kind of alright, at the end of the film. So a lot of that, and they get on the table and they're like swashbuckling on the table and stuff. That's not a bad sword fight. But it's great, man. It's really great, and I highly recommend this film, and it's on YouTube. I recommend it. Watch, like the title alone should like make you want to watch it for how cheesy it is. Because imagine Roger Moore Bond, and take the flamboyancy away and just make him a vampire hunter with an assistant, who is also despite being a hunchback, he's an incredibly well-spoken hunchback who has a lot of good one-liners. And you should watch this film. Go watch it now. So I don't know how. So I'm literally not going to spoil the ending because it's actually pretty good. But yeah, in typical Hammer fashion, it's literally monster gets introduced, hero shows up, hero does a couple of things, comes in contact with monster maybe, or has like a near miss with the monster. Hero has revelation. Hero goes to fight monster. Monster turns out to be this. Hero kills monster. Movie ends. It is
just like The Witcher.
Yep.
Complicated hunts. It's never easy.
Yep. It is literally every Hammer film in a nutshell because they all follow the same formula. But it's very well paced and it's very well made. But yeah, don't expect us to say, oh, this one's groundbreaking for every week because none of them are. All the Hammer films are kind of the same.
Oh yeah. No,
it's
definitely.
just how they work the formula that makes them interesting, much like this one, or like the Quatermass experiment, the Quatermass experiment last week. Like again, they're all the same formula, but the way they twist it makes them. It's what makes them actually unique, because they're all very similar 3-act structures. They're just all they have different flavors. Because essentially, the movie from this week and the movie from last week are pretty much the same film. Except that one's an alien from outer space, and this one's vampires. But not your typical vampires. These are youth-sucking vampires that can be killed only by steel. They can be strangled or stabbed, which is good. Oh, and there's some pretty good practical effects in this.
Which one is the movie for next week that I'm going to get?
Sorry, I'm just going to go over this. There's a bit where he passes some flowers and they wilt and die. That's pretty cool. The movie for next week is The Devil Rides Out.
Let me just check closely.
The Devil Rides Out from 1968 with Sir Christopher Lee, where he doesn't play Dracula, but
oh yeah, I was watching it. I was watching this movie.
This movie is really good. It's this one and one more, I think, out of all the Hammer films that actually have satanic cults in them or like satanic themes in them, because most of them are usually just like mythical creatures. While this one is literally just it's Satan.
It's a Satan.
There's Satan in this one, and it gets pretty goofy and pretty gruesome.
Perkele,
Satane. But this one, Satan, The Devil Rides Out.
Also, we're not doing newer ones.
Newer ones?
Yeah, when they rebooted the Hammer horror movies.
Isn't it just the Woman in Black?
No, the Oculus, Wakewood.
Oh, Oculus is a Hammer film.
Yeah, Oculus is a Hammer film.
Because that's not a bad film.
It's okay. But I know which one I'll give you for next week, though.
Oh, yeah.
Can you guess?
No.
One try. Just take a try. Just try.
Blood of Dracula.
Oh.
Damn it.
You'll find out next week. Not even close, baby.
We'll keep the suspense going. But yeah, next week, The Devil Rides Out. That's going to be the film for next week. Now then. I'm going to let you play your videos game.
Yeah, because I've been called by 50 fucking people at this point.
I'll let you go play Proteus, and I'll send us off into the night.
Like I said, I finished already the one level. I'm gonna go back, play it on the hardest difficulty because I finished it on medium, find all the secrets, and then try and do a fast run on it.
All right, and you will explain. You'll talk about it in more detail next week. When you've had more time with the video game.
Just because 10 minutes is not particularly long time for me to get a comprehensive look at the game.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to re-render this whole episode because the intro lagged, and I'm going to have to replace the intro. Anyway, let's see if the intro lags on the way out. So I'm going to play that now while we're still live, and we'll see you all next week on the Voices from Behind podcast. Find us on all the places now that we're available on all the places. Have you got anything to add, good sir?
By the way, Desiro started a playthrough on Plutonia too. You should watch this.
Yes, I am watching it. I watch every episode that's come out so far. I just put it in the background and I just chill with Decino, being nice and chill. He's like, yes, so now we go this way.
And be careful because the Heck Knights are there. And you're like, heck no.
I just find it funny how chill he is when he plays. He's like, yeah, so we're going this way today, and
Oh, that's why when he gets overly emotional,
yeah,
when he beat God Machine, and when he beat the WoW level, and that one by the same person who made Sunlust a 3-level fucking bullshittery.
no, I loved when he played it just with fists.
Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to say something. You know that Doom 1 and 2 got a re-release on technically Unity, but it's not actually Unity.
No,
Okay, so what happened was they re-released Doom 1 and Doom 2 on the Unity wrapper. So, but basically they used the Unity engine to wrap the Take 1 stuff.
okay,
So now it has a little bit more stuff to it. I mean, it's not GZ Doom level compatibility and mod support and options and shit. Because GZ blood can get fucking all over the place with that stuff
hmm
most of the time. And it's an interesting idea. If they expand on it and they fixed a lot around it, we might actually have a good competitor and a decent fucking decent, easy to use Doom wrapper. Because
okay.
I've been using GZ Doom and PR Boom, and especially with GZ, it just gets old. Also, GZ doesn't fucking run Sunless properly. I fucking hate that shit. I just genuinely hate it. Because I can't technically beat for example, God Machine, but I sure as shit I'm not gonna waste my fucking time just breaking my fucking head all over it. Because
Yeah, I'm not even finished Eve Eternity yet, so
so basically, oh yeah, don't get me started on the stuff because Doom is a very RNG game, and if I can
it
tell
is.
that,
Yeah,
and if I can tell that there is no RNG in a place that is supposed to be RNG, and I just get fucked all over if I do something exactly the same, which makes no sense,
yeah.
and something's wrong. Something just doesn't click there. I specifically remember this one fight in Sunlust. It's a map 7. It's the big one with the BFG.
hmm
It's not a difficult fight. A shit ton of fucking zombie men, some cackles, and a
Any
shit ton of.
idea what? Any idea what the Unity versions are called?
Mm, no? What?
Okay, I'm trying to find it on the open source database, but
Okay. Wait, no. This was released in Steam. You get it for free if you have Doom 1 and Doom 2. You don't pay shit for it. It's free.
I've got the Doom. I've got BFG edition, so it should be there. I'll have a look.
It should be there. And you get it for free, so you don't have to worry about that.
hmm
You don't pay shit for it. Like, fuck. And I do have a present for that. So, and and I could tell exactly how much damage each rocket that I got hit by the fucking each revenant would do to me at any point. That's impossible. That's genuinely impossible. It shouldn't be fucking doable. I knew exactly that the first 3 rockets are always gonna be almost max level damage from the first, third, and
It
fourth
should be like
revenants to
semi-random though,
fucking.
shouldn't it?
It is randomized.
Hmm.
It is almost completely randomized. Almost. There are certain set values. Like Revenant Missile can do, I think it was from 15 to 75 damage, something around those lines.
Right.
Yeah, that's why people don't fucking like them. But if I can tell you that the first 3 rockets that I get hit there from the first, third, and fourth Revenant do between 70 and 75 damage. I think it was 70, 71, and 75. Something's not right there. Because I've been doing it, I've been manipulating the RNG as much as I could. And manipulating an RNG means every tick and everything you do, and every way the monsters behave, they take from the same fucking table of randomized numbers,
hmm
and it takes one number, the second number, and the third number randomly, even for those things. So if you spawn like fucking 80 of them in this fucking room, then move and shoot at you at the same time, it shouldn't be fucking possible. If you move
Yeah.
slightly more to the left, so another one actually takes the fucking previous row and applies it to him. Like, then I still get the same fucking results regardless of what I do. I was like, no. Then in some was the first fucking fight, you need to go do a little bit of platforming, and when you get to it, you walk into this ominous place with dead corpses. Yeah, you can guess where this one goes.
Mm-hmm.
But once I drop down, the cop's still alive. Like, they've been resurrected. So I get fucked because I have no weapons. I have a pistol against fucking Heck Knights and Heck Barons, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Check
I have
Barons.
to, and I have to run around somehow, dodge everything,
Yeah.
which is next to impossible because it's a small room. It's not how that's supposed to work. That they should only resurrect once you clear the room. After it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to go back through it, and they resurrect. And there's a very specific dehack shit because it's basically platforms that get resurrected on, so you need to keep them away from the platforms and kill them, which is easy. But that shit doesn't happen. It's like, so I walk into the room and how the fuck is stuff there is alive. I'm like, who the fuck is this? How does? By the way, you don't have a rocket launcher up until that point. You have only pistol.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
I was able to get to it. I finished the first fucking 2 fights, but afterwards I just realized where the fuck this was going. I was like, no, I'm done.
Okay,
I
I'm just gonna switch the game off, open the window, have a
yeah,
deep breath.
I was showing it to a couple of friends, explaining the whole fucking God Machine. Also, I suggest you go and put on and watch Decino's run on God Machine to exactly know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's amazing.
Decino is a good lad. He's the maddest of lads, but he's a good lad. Okay then. I shall play us off into the night, and if the intro lags again, I'm gonna have to re-render. So fuck my life. Anyway, thank you all for listening, watching, chilling with us tonight, and chilling with us in general. And we'll see you all next week. Because I'm gonna go to bed now, or maybe later, on the Voices from Behind podcast. Yeah.